Today is our presentation of MBA Class Group number 1 about the strategy management. Today we choose RHB Bank Berhad as our topic. Nazri will be the one who introduce about the vision and missions of RHB Bank Berhad, and he will also cover about the SWOT analysis. And Mohan will answer the question number 2, number 3, which is corporate growth strategy, and also describe the existing business and competitive strategies of the organization. And I will be covering the 5 portals, and Fendi will explain more about the leadership style, some conclusions on the leadership style of RHB Bank Berhad. So before we start to go into answering all the questions, let me take some time to introduce RHB Bank Berhad. RHB Bank Berhad is one of the leading financial institutes of Malaysia and recognizes its comprehensive range of financial products and services. The bank roots can be traced back to 1997. It was established as a result of mergers between several financial entities, including the Rashid Hussain Bank. The merger marked a significant consolidation within Malaysian banking sector, aiming to create a more robust and competitive banking institutions. As of today, RHB Bank has strengthened its position as a major player in Malaysia banking landscape. So without further ado, I need to ask Nazri to cover what is their vision and mission statements. Nazri, goes to you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. James. Thank you for the introduction. Maybe I want to add up on the RHB Bank introduction. Currently, RHB Bank stood among the top 5 banks in Malaysia, and then the EPF is the major shareholder of RHB Bank. One of the mission of the RHB Bank is to become the top 5 bank in Malaysia, and they inspired by focusing on the customer centricity, growth and sustainability. We opine in order to become the top 3 bank organically in Malaysia, they need to maybe have some rewrite or some little amendment on the mission and the vision statement for the group. We propose the bank to have a mission statement. Sounds like to deliver comprehensive, innovative and accessible financial services and products by enhancing the customer experience through embracing the technology and treating everyone with respect, fairness and integrity. On the vision part, RHB Bank should look at to grow regionally by offering excellent services, operational efficiency through innovative product. Okay, Mr. John, that's our proposed to the vision and mission statement to the RHB Bank. Over to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nazri. So let's come to Mohan.
So a very good evening once again, everyone. So I'd like to recap from Mr. Jones. There are 4 areas that I'll be covering on today's presentation. Okay, let's look into RHB Banking Group existing growth strategy. There are 2 important growth strategies established by RHB Banking Group. Firstly, in year 2022, RHB Bank has introduced 3 corporate strategies, namely Together We Progress, in short known as TWP24. The strategy aim is to build foundation and enhance the previous year growth strategy, which is known as FIT22 strategy. The aim of TWP24 strategy is to drive the RHB Group ambitions to be a leader in providing excellent services, which is surrounded by 3 core objectives, namely be everyone primary bank. Secondly, prioritize customer experience. Thirdly, drive the quality growth. The second growth strategy established by RHB Banking Group is on the climate positivity, in which the organization is aiming to achieve a net zero emission in 2050. The focus area of this strategy is to drive growth in green financial service and support company who is committed for carbon neutrality. Nevertheless, the growth of this climate positive strategy involves the handshakes between government bodies, regulatory authorities, and other stakeholders. Next, we will look into the suggestions of the corporate strategy changes based on revised mission, which was explained by Encik Nazri. There are a few suggestions whereby RHB Banking Group consider incorporating into their strategy based on revised mission. Firstly, fostering a relationship between customers. So the organization shall actively engage with the customer whom showing a strong interest with the product package, and also with those who likely to increase the loan relationship. Secondly, showing a positive attitude for better customer engagement by providing a combined customer service management to solve any disputes or discrepancy observed, and provide product solutions or business plan which is sellable at the time of customer convenience. Next, business strategy is the plan choice of a decision used by guided a company greater profitability and success. RHB Banking Group is one of the multinational regional, as explained by Encik Nazri, regional financial service that provides an integrated financial service group, where they structure their business into 5 business pillars, namely Group Community Banking, Group Wholesale Banking, Group Sharia Business, Group International Business, and Group Insurance. Each of these groups play a pivotal role in navigating the organization business strategies. Next, I'll be elaborating on the enhancement suggestion for competitiveness. RHB Banking Group established a well business strategy to be a competitive banking group in Malaysia. And there are a few numbers of suggestions which may help to enhance the current structured business strategy of RHB Banking Group. These are the following suggestions that I myself propose to the RHB Banking Group. Firstly, embrace digital transformations. For example, RHB Banking Group can focus on customer meetings whereby they shall allow to conduct their business from the distance, prioritizing update website mobile experience and enhance security data privacy policy as well. On the other hand, finding opportunity to partner with the fintech to give a customer and members more innovative technology and experience. Secondly, foster a strong employee culture. Emphasize a strong code of conduct that prioritizes transparency, honesty and empathy for customer and members. Thirdly, improve customer experience. Using a customer and member survey to measure satisfaction and look for opportunity for better meet their needs. And lastly, establish business strategy. Proven a profitable business strategy in Malaysia shall be analyzed to implement across the country where RHB Banking Group area expanding. In the same time, evaluate the different customer response and preference. Thank you. That's all from my end. I will pass to Mr. Jones for the next presentation.
Okay, thank you, Mohan. Next, come to Nazri again, SWOT analysis. So Nazri, comes to you.
Let me take you through on the SWOT analysis of RHB Bank that we have outlined for us to see. Okay, number one, the strength of RHB Bank can see the strong brand presence. As I mentioned earlier, RHB Bank is one of the top 5 banks in Malaysia, and they have a diverse financial products ranging from investment, commercial, corporate, and consumer banking. RHB Bank also have an innovative digital solution that can cater for the SME, consumer market, and the corporate banking as well. RHB Bank also have a very strong financial performance. They have recorded profits for many years in a row, and then they have a very strong shareholders as a backup on the financial part. For the weakness, maybe RHB currently depends too much on the domestic market, which is their regional presence or profit is yet to be known among the regional banks in this area or global focus. Intense domestic competition could be the weakness of RHB Bank since they do not have any exposure outside Malaysia. Their limited global presence is directly linked to the domestic competition as well because RHB Bank is strong in Malaysia and not in the regional level just yet. One of the key weaknesses that we have identified also of the cyber security risk, which we often hear that cyber crime or cyber attacks always happen to the bank and or any organization globally. The opportunities we have identified that expansion into Asian market or regional market is one of the key focus area for RHB Bank to focus or to consider. And then Islamic banking rules, which is if they go regionally, they can tap Islamic banking market, mainly our neighbor countries like Singapore or Indonesia or Thailand, or some of the Malay dominate, Islamic dominate market or Muslim dominate market within the regional level. Strategic partnership with fintech company is one of the opportunity that RHB could rely and explore because the fintech or financial technology companies could provide technology and certain database which is RHB can focus and leverage on. Among other opportunity that RHB can consider of the sustainability and ESG initiative, which is as mentioned by Mr. Mohan just now, the green banking or the green financing is one of the future banking or future financing which all the banks are looking upon. Fourth one, the threat. For any banking or financial institution market, economic slowdowns could be one of the factor that could give a dent on the financial institution or any other bank financial performance. The inflation, geopolitical stability could give a negative impact to the bank, any bank performance, right? Regulatory changes, perhaps RHB, when they focus more on the domestic market, they're exposed to the regulatory changes within Malaysia. If they go outside or go global or regional, they can minimize or have some aging on this sector. The third one, fintech disruption. The rise of the fintech companies could offer alternative financial services, but at the same time, it could be the threat to the financial institution, i.e. for RHB, because slowly they could erode some of the market share of any financial institution. The threat, interest rate fluctuation, as any banks, especially RHB, they are focusing on the lending business. The interest rate fluctuation or volatility of interest rate could impact the bank margin, the net interest income and the net interest margin of any portfolio. RHB can maximize the strength by leveraging on their strong brand presence, and their distribution channel. Currently, RHB Bank have more than 200 branches in Malaysia. And then they can offer to continue offering innovative product and services, and with the strong financial performance and the strong shareholders like EPF, it could leverage in order to support any growth or any expansion plan for RHB in the regional level. So maybe we move to the minimize the weakness. RHB Bank could reduce or minimize the weakness by expanding into Asian, developed and emerging markets. They can reduce the intense domestic competition or market by having a regional or global footprints, and it could get some alternative income from the international business. And then RHB Bank also could invest strategically and have some collaboration with other financial institutions and authorities to combat the cyber threat and cyber crime to the financial institution. That's from me, Mr. John. I pass over to you back. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nasri. Okay, come to my part is to cover the Porter 5 forces. Let's use this 5 forces framework to RHB Bank. Let's start with the threat of new entrants. And the banking and financial services sector is very highly regulated in Malaysia. So increase the high cost for newcomer to enter into this market, like regulatory compliance, licensing and capital requirements act as significant barrier. I would say it's not easy for new player to come into this market, especially RHB as one of the strong brand recognitions in Malaysia, and it has very high customer loyalty. It makes it very challenging for new entrants to win over the customers. And come to second, which is bargaining power of supplier. In the banking industry, the supplier are typically the capital provider, including depositor, bondholder, and other financial institute. For RHB, the bargaining power of capital provider is quite low. Banks rely heavily on attracting deposit and issuing debts, but these sources of capital are diversified across numerous of suppliers. So RHB can leverage its established brand and network to attract funds at competitive rates. The bargaining power of supplier is quite low to RHB Bank. And third is the bargaining power of customer is also low because customer have many choices in terms of financial services provided, but in Malaysia, banks, the barrier to entry is high. There are only few reputable banks in Malaysia which given choices to customer. The only competition I can see is customer will look into the switching cost. If the switching cost is low, then customer will have high chances to switch to other service provider, other banks for better service or lower rate. The next one will be the threat of substitute. By looking this area, fintech and digital banks will be the issue because digital transformation in financial service industry has introduced a significant threat in the form of fintech company and digital banks. These entry often offer more convenience and cost-effective solutions. I would say this could be the threat of substitute. And last is the industry rivalry. RHB faces intense competition from both local players like Maybank, CIMB and Public Bank as well as international bank operating in Malaysia. The Malaysia banking market is mature and bank competing on product innovation, pricing, service quality and digital platform. This could be the rivalry amongst the existing competitors. So next, we'll be looking at the implication of RHB future shares. There are 4 points I want to highlight. One is stable market positions. Due to the high barrier to entry, RHB is unlikely to face major competitors. The market will keep pressuring on maintaining or growing its market share. So to sustain or grow the sales rate, RHB will need to consistently innovate and refine its services. Next will be need for the digital transformations. The growing trend of fintech firm and substitute point to the necessity of digital transformation, RHB will need to invest in technology-driven services to meet evolving customer expectations. And third, cost management and customer retention. As the bargaining power of customer increase, RHB will need to focus on customer retention through personalized service, competitive pricing, and loyalty programs. Then last is focus on differentiation. Given intense rivalry, future sales growth will heavily rely on RHB's ability to differentiate itself from other competitors, particularly through superior customer experience, innovative product offering, and cutting-edge digital services. By looking at the above analysis and comprehensive elaborations, we need to look at the leadership style of RHB Bank. So next will be Fendi doing his part on the leadership style from RHB Bank.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Thank you, Cik Nazri and Mr. Mohan to help us to elaborate just now regarding the RHB Bank. Now, I think that without a good or wise leader, RHB cannot be sustained and still relevant until today. So before we go through, the leadership style was adopted by our RHB Banking Group CEO. I already list out down. There is a 7 leadership style, which is actually adopted by our RHB Banking Group CEO, whereby all these leadership style is depend to the situation that he attend to with. I think that's quite transformational leadership. It essentially is motivate lots of employees. I think that lots of the staff to exceed the expectation. We can see that from our financial statement is growing in terms of our profitability, and it's actually fostering environment and innovation in the change. And I can see that it always drive the impact of RHB Bank. Right now, we are drive towards of digital transformation. He always talk about the enhance of customer experience. As what Mr. Mohan said, this is under the TWP 24. It's been inspired to the rest of the people to improve customer experience. And secondly, is a transactional leadership. It was shown by our group MD, Dr. Rashid. It's always focused to the structured tasks, and it always performance-based reward. And he balanced out with the QMBA, we call this actually quality measurement penalty assessment, QMBA. By having this leadership style, it always ensure the efficiency of a compliance, particularly important in highly regulated environment. So, and the third one is actually with the servant leadership. Servant leadership is shown by this our Dato Muhammad Rashid, whereby he always prioritizes the needs of employees. It's a balance up the benefits and also liberation towards all the employees. The fourth one is to be a strategic leadership. So based on this characteristic of our GMD, we always have a balanced short-term goal and long-term vision. That's what been told by our Mr. Mohan. There is 3 years ago that we are going to elaborate after this, which is the TWB24. And they also have a long-term vision, which is you want to put emissions of net carbon zero 2050. So it always have a mindset of making a decision based on the comprehensive market analysis and trend. The fifth one is a participative leadership. This is actually the one who are always take a decision. They are also going to have a discussion when it comes to the welfare and the benefit of the staff. They encourage all the people to giving an input and a collaboration. They establish a platform or workplace similar like the Facebook for the external, but for internally they are establish a workplace for which is everyone can giving the idea to post their activity so that this can enhance the engagement and innovation as a team member and also feel a value. But despite on that, you also got a character of autocratic leadership. They always make a decision unilaterally with a little input from the others when there is urgent and also critical decision, such as when we are facing during COVID-19. During the COVID-19, he made a very wise decision by giving welfare towards of all impacted staff. And sometimes when we have a crisis due to the flood and also natural disaster, he always make a fast decision without asking or without compile all the opinion from the group management. But he making a decision to give his immediate support towards of affected family. The last one is actually quite visionary leadership, which is a compelling vision for the future and motivate the team towards of the vision. So right now, in the conclusion, the effectiveness of Dato Muhammad Rashid as a RHB Bank CEO leadership often is depend on the organization goal, the external environment, and also internal culture, as what we said just now. He's successful as a leader with blend different style to adapt to the changing circumstances and meet the diverse needs of the stakeholder. I think that's all. Next slide. I think that as a management of RHB Bank, always look up on the RHB Bank. We pursue the future strategies in the short term to the medium term, which is RHB introduced as what Mr. Mohan will emphasize just now. I want to elaborate further that introduce of 3 years corporate strategy, where it's actually this year will be the year that we are towards the end of TWP 24. Together with Progress 2024, we aim to build the foundation of a previous Fit 2022 strategy. So this thing is actually in line with our new proposed statement, which is making progress happen for everyone. It's centered around the 3 strategy objectives. Let's say we want to focus how to design to promote all the robust performance by giving implementation of the timeline. In order for RHB prioritize the customer experience, they should focus into the year 1. They can focus on the digital transformation by enhancing of a customer experience. For the next will be how is actually they want to be a better bank by stability of enhancing a customer experience. They should expand in the year 2 by expanding a product offering. and develop the strategic partnership as what been explained, elaborated by Mr. Nazri just now, which is they are established of the fintech continue to drive quality growth. I think that they have to put in the implementation timeline in the year 3, which is emphasize the sustainability initiative and risk management improvement in order for them to be more relevant to the next 3 to 5 years. By pursuing all this strategy, RHB Bank can position themselves for growth, resilient, enhanced customer loyalty over the next 3 to 5 years. Thank you, Mr. John. I think that's all from me. Over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Fendi, about describing the leadership style and also do a good conclusion for our topic. Once again, I need to thank Mohan, Encik Fendi, and Encik Nasri together with me to complete our assignment for strategy management for the topic of RHB banks. I think that's all for our topic, and thank you very much.